the field map structure at all. It will show you just a bunch of tables, and you have to, you should know what you are doing. And it enables you not only viewing data, but it enables you also to creating tables, deleting tables, or altering tables. So again, you should be aware what are you doing, because you can destroy your project this way. And unlike DQT, you should know SQL language. As I said, there are, let's say, two parts. One part is browsing data tables, and the second part is the SQL queries. I think, again, I will skip the presentation and I will go to real examples now. We will be working with the same database as previously. So this is the first part. Yeah. So this is my project here, and this is the FTP file. So in Access you have the also all-in-one.
So all database of Firebird is in one file, like in Access.
Like in Access, and unlike in Paradox. So all in one, and first trouble you should associate the FDB with this Firebird desktop. Open with.
Can you question about the name of this Firebird file?
It's automatically created when you create project.
Yes, but you can change it later.
Yes. It doesn't have any. It must have this field map data word at the beginning, but then the second part of the name is you can change.
So it doesn't affect to the structure of project?
No, not anymore. It used to be in Paradox times, but not anymore. But field map data should be there.
So these are the parts. First, you have a list of all tables in your project. For those who are not that familiar with field map database, there are some system tables. Better not to touch those tables, not to destroy your project. And there are the normal project tables. So it's easy, just click the table and you will see what's there in the table. You can see, for those who are already working with this desktop, one of those enhancements, but very nice one, is that you get number of records in the table, which is quite nice. It was not there before. This is the same for queries. And there are some more, again, very nice enhancements. You can import table from other database. Or you can also drop table, but be aware of the dropping tables.
What you know that in a field map database, you can also have extra tables, not over the tables of the field map project. So there are no consequences if you import any other table from elsewhere for your work, for analysis, unless you delete it in project manager, delete unused tables, because it will be considered to be unused table. But other than that, it can be there, and it can be created, imported, dropped. without any consequences to field map. But you should not delete table of field map, of course. If you do that, you lose data collector. Then, if you start data collector without the table, you will get information that your process has not been compiled. You must go to project manager, you compile it, and the table will be automatically created again, but it will be empty. So this is not tragic, yeah? But you will, if you are deleting data, you should be aware that you are losing data.
Unlike the previous tool, in the previous tool, if you listed our attributes, we listed just the attributes that we define in project manager. Now, there are listed all the attributes, even the system attributes or the hidden attributes for normal users. So you will see that you see that there are lots of field map internal attributes. Some of those are those that Martin mentioned. These are the block files, block attributes.
For geometry.
So lots of these are attributes that are used for synchronization, so that people know who did what in the common database and so on. And at the end, we have our field map attributes for normal users. So this way, so this way you can see the tables.
You can also edit tables here. You can delete records, you can change values, but it's your responsibility what you are doing.
So let's go to queries. Again, for those who already use this desktop, this is a new part. But again, you can arrange your tasks into groups and easily safely for future groups. And what we see here, or maybe we should try to write a query from a scratch like UDQT. So let's try to select these the same way as we did it last time. So I will name our this task again, and we can start typing. So we were interested in plot ID, tree ID, height, DBH, and species. So we will type select. This is the keyword of SQL. Select, and now another very nice thing that we have now new is on the right mouse click. We will get list of all available tables and all available attributes. So I don't have to remember what the attribute names are. I can just easily choose one. But first, I will choose ID plots. Then I will choose ID. Then DBH here and height. From trees. So this is very simple task. We can run it, and here we have the list of trees we did before.
But it's also very interesting, and it's unlike Paradox. I don't know whether the success can do that, but you can even edit here values. So if you build query, you still can type. You can just manually change values.
Even here, I didn't know here.
Yes, you can, but you must have in the query primary key, as we have either plots and either it's a primary key. So if you now change the DBH, now height, better height, it should work.
And you change it a little bit.
Yes? Did it work? Yes. Ne, to si měnilo se to, ne? Šlo to.
Jo, pošlo.
No, so it's handy, of course, under your responsibility again, if you change values, but you can. Sometimes it's really very handy.
And again, you have the possibility to export it to Excel. The result you can export to Excel now.
Or to database.
Can you export?
This changing values is also possible with database query too?
Database?
With the,
No.
with the last one?
No. As I said, it doesn't change.
It doesn't change.
It doesn't change. It's only
The export function to database, can you export to Access, for example, as well, or
no.
PDF?
You
or
can.
English?
I think you can only.
You are in export to table creates new table within the database. Within the database where you are now.
This is what I wanted to do right now.
Sorry?
You save the query.
But you save the result of the query.
Okay.
You have the result.
It's like in Access also you have possibility save query results, yeah? And this is the same thing, basically. But if you are thinking about exporting, this is that may be another development. Technically, it is possible. I don't see big problem export the table to external database.
So the one option was this export to Excel, or you can save this result in this database I'm working with. So you can save it plus you can call it test trees. And then if you go back to overview of tables we have, because we have to refresh the table list, and then it should be here.
So
Test trees. Yes, this is option. You save the result here. If we wanted to list species here also, we might do it, but this is what I warned you before. If we put species here, then the result will be the code, not the species itself. So if we wanted the species, we would have to join this species lookup list like this. So this is slightly more complicated, but this is just the normal standard SQL way of joining two tables together. This is the method of the SQL language. So the result would be like this. You will have the species. So
But you have to have some basic knowledge about SQL language.
But SQL language has in the basic, let's say it's maybe 20 keywords maximum, not more.
You
Select, join, from, order by, group by, and of course there are many more, but this is already at one advanced. Basic is really very simple.
yeah, so just to show you that
And general knowledge which can be handy anywhere.
just to show you that this tool enables you to change your data and to, it covers basically all the SQL language. I have an example that you within your FigMap project you can also create completely different table. Let's say called person. This is just a example that is normally used when you learn SQL. So you can run this SQL command, and when we go to tables, we will get this person table here. So basically, this tool covers all the SQL language. You can also update our trees. So I have an example here what we can do.
What do you mean by update trees?
Update. Update is in a SQL language. There are several just types of queries. First type is select. The keyword is select. Select something from what I already have. Then second type is create. So create tables and something. And third SQL family or keyword is update. It changes your data. So I wanted to show you if we, for instance, run this select and create a table, a new table. I will save it to a file called Now I can delete all DBH values from my trees, just to show you that I can do it. Now if we go to trees table, you can see that we don't, that the DBH is here.
It's the one. Only ID fits one.
Yes, and I think it is, this is 11. So the DBH is, should it be? Yeah, so it's empty now
It's empty.
because I deleted it.
Okay.
And now I can update it back from the table that I previously created. Wait. And again, if I refresh this, it should be back here. See it? Yes, it's there. So this was just to demonstrate that this is quite complex. You can play, you can do whatever you want with the data, and
SQL language is very powerful. Really, you can union data. You can really do very many things.
And maybe this was, excuse me, this was maybe answer to your question, because exactly this example, because basically we have two tables, these tables, and we can update or compare data from one from another, you know, and we didn't have to follow the field map hierarchy structure. These tables were on the same level from the field map point of view. So this was, I think this was answer to your question. I have also another example here. These are the counts. We can now count the trees here. So very simple example with symbols we can have is the select count of trees in our table. So the result is the same. Of course, we can do it per plot. The result would be like this. And if you want to do it by species, we can select. We can add the species here. And it should. Now we have count of trees per species, per plot and per species.
On each spot.
Pardon?
On each spot. Or
Yeah. But it depends again what we want. If we delete the plot, then
if you could do this, everything just by exporting into Firebird.
Exporting.
Using the project manager to export into the database. without using the field map, this field map frame. Usually I take the field map data and export it to Access.
Yes.
And then I use Access to do all this.
But now you don't need to do any export, you can just right away use